Alright, so what we're going to do when we make this Toboggan Gnome is what I call them. I'm going to show you all the crafts and materials we need. Get one of these. You can use your hand if you want to. That's to make the actual yarn. This is about, let's see here, approximately 5 inches wide. Like I said, you can use your palm of your hand if you want to. Use this, which is a part of toilet paper roll or something like that. They're about a 1/2 inch or so. Yeah. Just cut about a 1/2 inch with some scissors. And, so you'll need scissors. I have a glue gun here that we're going to be using. You do not have to, but I put a wooden body onto the bottom of the gnome, which you'll see later. And you need the little nose for the guy. So I have those, and I have an extra glue stick here. And then we have yarn. I'm going to make this a black and white hat for our Toboggan Gnome guy. And we're going to start cutting. So what I'm going to do here is grab this guy here. And you're going to go around this thing here about, I think we'll do 30 times. That gives us plenty of yarn. So just wrapping it all the way around. 1, 2. Should we do that? So it's about 30 times. This is going to be for the hat, and let's cut them off there. And then what you want to do is cut it in half, and these are going to be part for the hat. I can get a better way to cut that. Alright. So there's for the hat pieces. Now we'll do this one, we'll do black. I'm going to roll that down so it's a little easier. Probably one of those yarn catchers, that would be awesome probably. That would be a fantastic way to do this, that's for sure. And again, we'll do 30. And there's 30, and then we'll just cut them off there, and then again we'll just go here. This is just a throwaway board, by the way. It's not like an important piece. This is, you can just replace that, or I said use your hands to do that. And these are just for the hat pieces here. There we go. And you take this 1/2 inch piece right here, and that's from this. You cut that off, and then now we're going to start doing the hat. So you put them in half here, just like that, half, and then you go in here and you loop them in and cinch it right there. See there? Make sure they're nice and even as much as possible. And now we're going to do black and white, so now we're going to go every other one, we're going to switch. Alright. And here we go. I'll probably just do one more of the black and white, and then I'll cut the video, and then I'll show you when I get to the other part of it, because this is just boring if you're watching this all the way through. It'd just be a long video of me doing this, and nobody wants to see that. It's boring. So one more. Again, just going through there, cinching it up, just like that. Alright. Alright, and our last one here. There we go. They're all tightened up. Now it's going to look like a pile of mess right here. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go inside. You're going to push all that through. Alright. And yeah, just a big, you got to straighten it all out. If you got multicolors, if it's one color, then it's not that hard being a multicolored one makes it a little more challenging, that's fine. Everyone loves that. Everyone likes the multicolor. Don't know if you want the multicolor job. Anyway, now you gotta straighten all this out and make sure that it's like every 2 strands is a different one. So you're doing that. And you're just trying to make sure you're mixing the colors because you want them to match up in there. So as long as they're every other or something like that, where it doesn't look like it's just a big one strand of one thing. Alright, then you put that together. You're going to get one of these and you're just going to tie this off. You're just tying it. It's nothing, it's no magic or nothing like that. Tying that off. Tying them off. Alright. Now you're going to make a little head for this guy. Just use some stuffing. You can paper, whatever you want to use, but I'm using some of the stuffing. Let's see how this does. Put a little bit more in there. Alright. Now, you want to make a little pom-pom for this, so you're going to take your scissors here. Oh, here's one missing here. I'll fix that. Anyway, then you're just going to making them nice and neat. And there's his hat. Alright, so now that we got our hat there and he's made, we've stuffed him so he's got a little head. Like I said, this is just extra. I'm making a body for him. See, these are not enough, so you would do the same thing with this 5-inch palette where you wrap around it and do approximately 50 of those strokes so you can get more of the beard. So there you go. Yeah, let's do more. More is better. The more it is, the thicker his beard is. So, I mean, we can make it white. We can make it whatever color. I'm thinking in my head what I want to do, whether I want white or black. Oh, I know. We'll get some gold. Hold on just a second and we'll change that out. Alright, so I decided we're going to do gold because I think that would be really cool for his beard. So, this is where we do the 50. One, I don't want to count. There's 50. We're going to cut it. This is going to be his beard. I think I need to sharpen those up for sure. Anyway, so since this is going to be his beard, grab one of these strands and you're going to tie it in half. So you go halfway for this. Make sure they're all pretty even, about halfway, and then you're going to tie them tight. And I might even have to shorten the beard. We'll find out here in a minute. We'll do this. I'm tying him a lot because I want it to be strong for his beard. Okay. See? And then that's going to go on like that. So I will probably shorten that beard. So you won't have to do 5 inches quite on that. And it just depends on how big you want his beard to be. I'm going to make him a little shorter. Give him a little haircut. Alright, let's move this out of the way. Turn this guy on. And then we'll get back to you in just a second, okay? We'll let you for that to warm up. Alright, so now we got our beard to the size we want. We got our hat. So what I'm going to do is put some of this hot glue in here. I'm going to the sides a little bit. This hot glue is such a pain in my ass sometimes. Alright, there we go. And right there is the center of him. Right there. You're just going to pop him up on there. And then what I'm doing, I'm going to the center here on the bottom and pushing up. And I'll just give it a few seconds, let that glue really, secure in there. And then you got your little nose, right? So then I just look and see if there's any spot that looks better than another. Does the hat look super good in one area more than another, something like that. And I like that. So I'm just gonna put a little bit right here. Just a big dab there. And then I'm gonna do his nose and go up in there a little bit. And now if you want, that can be it. That can be the end of it if you want to. Right there. But I like a little bit of weight on them. So I just get a little piece of wood, just like a 1.5 inch piece of wood, and just chop it off. I make sure I get all to the center here, and I put a bunch of glue here. Alright, and then we're just going to go in the center. And he's going to be right there. Now you want to make sure that he's, you're covering the beard. So you want to make sure that you're doing that, right? Make sure his hair is covering everything. And there you go. There's our guy. Now the next thing I'm going to do a little bonus thing here. If you want to make this something that sticks onto a refrigerator or something, this is a magnet. And you can go on the back side here. And do your little magnet. Gotta wait for a few seconds for that to dry up a little bit. And then I'll show you hang him on the refrigerator in a second. And now you have your gnome. And he is on the refrigerator looking